Hey, Professor Fields here, AJ111 Criminal Investigation. We're getting into Chapter 1 here, and we're looking at Module Learning Outcomes numbers 1 and 2. Define crime, criminal investigation, criminal evidence, and forensic evidence, and identify the goals of the criminal investigation process. So criminal investigation, what is that? Well, it's the process of collecting crime-related information to look for certain goals. So what's the process? Those are the activities performed, what you do at the crime scene. Over the next several weeks, we're going to talk about the exact steps of from when you first get the call till you get on the scene of the crime scene, secure the crime scene, questioning witnesses, collecting evidence, and stuff like that. So we'll get into that in the upcoming weeks. And we'll also talk about the goals. In a couple slides here, we'll talk about the goals of the criminal investigation, what we want to get to. Some of the activities performed by the detectives, other investigators, I talked about a few of them: searching for witnesses, interviewing witnesses, reading reports, reading information, rap sheets, different crime reports if you've got a crime spree in an area. Collecting evidence. So what is evidence? It's anything that establishes a fact about the crime and the person who committed it. It can be testimonial evidence. It could be a witness that saw something. It could be a witness that knows something about the crime. It could be the physical evidence you find there, the fingerprints, the weapons used, depending on the type of crime. Some of the evidence you find is going to require a forensic analysis, and what that is a science that refers to looking at the legal questions that whether or not the evidence is relevant, such as a fingerprint. You'll need a fingerprint expert to testify that yes, this fingerprint was found at the scene and it matched whoever your suspect is that you have in custody. So you need a fingerprint analysis scientifically to do that. And we'll talk about that more in depth in later chapters. So what are the goals of a criminal investigation? To solve a crime or determine whether or not a criminal act has been committed. Just because you get the call of a crime, you might get there. Somebody says, hey, I came home, my door was wide open. And so they might suspect the house has been broken into. So you go in the house, you look around, doesn't look like anything missing, anything gone, nothing turned over, there's no damage on the door. Could have been the residents didn't close the door all the way and the door blew open with the wind or something like that. So your goal is to determine whether or not a crime was committed. And then if the crime was committed, to find the evidence that supports a conviction. You also want to satisfy the victims of the crime, provide a service to them. Sometimes you're doing reports for insurance companies. Somebody got their house burglarized or their car stolen. If you're doing a report, they might be filing an insurance claim that requires a report. Also, you want to look towards crime reduction. So if you got a lot of crime spree in the area and you arrest the burglar that's doing it, you get rid of your crime spree, right?